Unit 6, Reading 2.
Brain secrets of the most successful students. Students everywhere wonder how they can study less and learn more. Fortunately, thanks to advances in the field of brain science, it is possible for everyone to be a more successful student. Here are study tips from 4 successful students. Yuki Tanaka from Japan.
I find it's really helpful to study for short periods of time and then take a break. If I try to study for a long time, my brain doesn't have a chance to rest. But if I work for about 45 minutes and then stop for a little while, I actually become more productive. Here's a good way to remember new information. Instead of trying to remember something new by just studying it once, I return to it a few different times and repeat it. So if I am trying to learn new vocabulary words, first I try to remember them right after I learn them. That way my brain can access the new information. Then I try to remember them again the next day, and then again the day after that. By putting some space in between, I can assist my brain to remember the new words.
Emre Arslan from Turkey.
Believe it or not, the best advice that I got to increase my brain power actually came from my mother. She always told me to be sure to get enough sleep at night. It turns out that my mom was right. Scientists say getting enough sleep is important to help your brain work at a high level. During the day, your brain gets filled with information. At night, when you sleep, your brain continues to process that information. Scientists found that enough healthy sleep can increase people's ability to learn. But when people don't get enough sleep, they don't learn as well. Okay, here's another tip from my mom. It's important to get enough exercise. When you exercise, you increase the movement of blood all through your body. This includes your brain. When your brain receives more blood, it can grow new internal pathways to help you think better. Thanks, Mom. I'm going to go and work out now.
Sarah Cooper from Canada.
The key for me is to take notes in class. Writing something down helps me remember, and I need to understand something in order to write it down. There is something about the physical act of writing that helps me remember the ideas better. When I first tried to take notes, I felt frustrated, but I kept trying, and eventually my listening and comprehension skills got better. So that has worked really well for me. Also, I heard that researchers said that if you are taking notes in class, it is better to use a pen and paper rather than a laptop. In experiments, when students took notes by hand, they listened more actively and were better able to identify important concepts.
Alex Lukhanov from Russia.
My secret to success is to give my brain some variety. If I try to learn everything the same way every time, my brain won't find it interesting. So instead of always studying the same way, I introduce some variety into my study habits. So if I usually study in my bedroom, I try studying in the kitchen instead. Rather than studying only in the evening, I try studying during the afternoon. My brain responds well to things that are new. Another thing that helps me is to try to teach another student. When I take the time to study and then explain ideas to another person, it really helps me understand the subject and organize my ideas. When I am able to successfully teach another person, it helps me remember and process the information too.
Try out some of these ideas. You may find that you can study less and learn more.